Hi guys, welcome back to Y&Y with Medcare in 2021. I'm a bit nasally because I have a cold, and I actually wanted to do this topic. I'd recorded this topic a week before Christmas, but Christmas and celebrations and just taking time off, I decided to redo it again because there's a bit more information I want to add on, and actually the information is kind of related to my cold. So let's talk about you, your viruses, and your vaccine. There's a lot of controversy going on about the vaccine. People on one side saying you should get it, people on the other side saying you should get it. This is not that type of video because I think there's not a lot of understanding on what a virus is and what a vaccine is and what they do to our bodies. That's what I want to talk about in this video. And since COVID is the virus of the year, we're going to look at the virus and vaccination in terms of COVID. But first, let's start with simple anatomy. What is the COVID virus? What makes up this virus that's turned the world upside down? Well, viruses are very, very simple. When you take a virus, the cell of a virus, and the cells that are in your body, what's inside them is very, very different. Our cells are full of lots of different compartments, different parts, different chemicals, and lots of different things going on in there because our cells have the ability of producing things and even producing themselves. They can make more of themselves. When you look at a virus, it's very, very simple. It doesn't have a lot in there, but you just have its genetic codes and things to copy and produce things from that genetic code. And then around all of this is the envelope. So this just keeps it in one place. And on the surface of this envelope, the covering of the virus, we have something known as surface proteins or membrane proteins. And these are not just for viruses, it's also on our cells. These surface proteins are very, very important in viruses, in bacteria, and in our cells because it's one of the ways you can identify what the cell is. This is a bit like your face or your fingerprints. This is the way we identify you, by your face, because your face is unique to you. Your fingerprints are unique to you. So as I said before, viruses are very, very simple. Because they don't have a lot of things going on inside, they can't make themselves, they can't replicate, they can't make more viruses. But they have the code on how to do it, which is in their RNA. But they need the equipment to make more viruses, and this is why they need you. You have all the equipment they need to make more viruses. You are a host. They are looking for somewhere, for someone, for something that has all the equipment that they need to make more of themselves, because viruses, all they want to do is survive. So what happens when a virus gets into your body? It uses one of these surface proteins, attaches it to your cells, and it basically dumps the RNA, the genetic code, into your cells. This is the equivalent of somebody having a recipe book and they want to cook something but they don't have a kitchen. So they come to your house and use your kitchen and cook whatever they want. So most of the symptoms, most of the issues that you have, like now I have a sniffly nose, I've had a headache and I've been coughing and I was a bit tired. That wasn't mainly because of the virus, that was because of my immune system. The way your immune system reacts to this virus is what gives you majority of your symptoms. So remember the surface proteins, right? This is how you recognize someone. This is how you recognize that this virus is not supposed to be there. Your immune system, that's its job, to recognize what is supposed to be there. If it's not supposed to be there, get rid of it. It's not a good thing. This is similar to, let's say, the police or the army or the people who are supposed to protect us. The first time a virus ever comes to your body, the immune system has never really encountered it before. So this is like the police seeing the first time somebody robs something or commits a crime. Nobody's really going to know that they're a criminal. The police are not going to know just by looking at them that they're a criminal. It's only until they've done something that's wrong, then they know this is a bad guy, we need to get rid of him. This is the same with the virus. It takes a while. The first time you get a virus into your body, for your immune system to recognize this is not a good thing. This is causing damage. We need to get rid of it. And the main way of your body getting rid of bad guys is through a process called inflammation. So I've talked about this in previous videos. Inflammation is a powerful way that our body calls all the different cells that are needed to get rid of this bad guy. So this could be like calling the police squad, or calling the SWAT team, or calling the firefighters, whoever's needed to get rid of the thing that's causing danger. They call them there and they work and they make sure they get rid of them, and then they restore your body the way it was. And it's usually the degree of response of your immune system that determines how sick you get. So let's look at COVID. Some of the signs and symptoms of COVID. So the main thing people know about COVID is it can lead to pneumonia. Pneumonia just means fluid in the lungs. This is because your immune system detects the virus is there. It causes inflammation. This inflammation causes fluid and cells into your lungs, and if that gets in the way of air going into your lungs, then you're not able to breathe, and subsequently people end up getting put in ventilators or getting in ICU. Other symptoms, things like a fever, that's a response of your immune system. This is because at higher temperatures, viruses don't function very well, so your body increases your temperature to try and decrease how well the viruses work. So what's a vaccine? The basic idea of what a vaccine is we have this virus that can make you get very, very sick. But here's the thing, your immune system is very, very clever. Once you have one type of virus or bacteria go into your body and your immune system fights it off, it remembers. So this is like the police getting a mugshot of a criminal or somebody who does bad things, and they send this mugshot out to people. You know before he does a bad thing that he is a bad guy, so the response is going to be a lot faster, meaning the damage that it will do will be a lot less. They don't have to commit a crime before they're caught. It's kind of the same with our bodies. So if that virus ever comes again, it's going to get recognized and dealt with before it causes any damage. So this is where vaccines come in. If you can get your body to recognize a virus or a bacteria without the virus or bacteria getting you sick, then it helps your immune system to remember it. So if the virus or bacteria does ever come into your system, then your immune system is ready to recognize and deal with it before it causes a disease. So in terms of the COVID vaccine, the mRNA vaccine, what does this actually mean? So remember from the anatomy of the virus is you have the RNA on the inside, a few little proteins around it, the envelope, and these surface proteins. Your immune system is going to recognize different parts of the virus. One of the main parts is the surface protein, but to make the surface protein, you need the RNA on the inside, because basically that's the instructions on how to make all the different parts of the virus. So what they do is they get the part of the RNA, not the whole thing, because the whole RNA is what builds the whole virus. You want the part of the RNA that builds that protein, that bit that is recognized by your immune system. This is like getting a mugshot, and your cells produce this protein. Your immune system recognizes this is a bad guy. This mugshot, we need to remember this guy. So if you ever get COVID and it comes into your system is going to be very quick to recognize this guy is not supposed to be here, so let's deal with him. A lot of the controversy about the COVID vaccine has been around side effects, and this is a legitimate concern for many people. But remember, a lot of the sickness or the effects you get from viruses are due to your immune system. You're going to have some side effects because of your immune system. And this is why some people get maybe a little bit of fever, they get a bit tired, because this is your immune system reacting to that little bit of protein that's being produced. I hope this video has been informative, because no matter what side you're on in terms of the vaccine, whether it's yes or no or I don't know, having all the information allows you to make the best informed choice for your own health. Nobody else should be pressuring you or forcing you to make any choices when you don't have all the information. So I hope this is one of those videos that gives you a bit more information. And as the year goes on, there's going to be more and more information that comes out as we get a better understanding of this virus and the vaccines and how our bodies are reacting to this. And meanwhile, there's always something you can be doing to stay healthy, in terms of making sure you're getting the best nutrition, you're moving your body, getting some exercise, you're resting and taking care of your mental health. There's a lot more you can do to just make sure you're at your best. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. Next week I'll continue talking about vitamins, unless something else comes up. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.